my God.
Good morning, everyone.
Well, hopefully nobody heard me say that.
Oh my goodness, it's so funny. You know,
Every
one Friday we're gonna get it right. One Friday we're gonna get our countdown and we're gonna be muted and we're gonna go live on time. Like one Friday we're gonna get this right. Just not today.
It's funny. It is hilarious because there's like a pause on my end when I hit the go live button,
Yeah.
and then it pauses, and then it starts going. So then it
And you're
trips
like,
me every
oh,
time.
something's wrong. Like, why isn't it? Oh my goodness. Well, good morning, everyone, and happy Friday, and welcome to Friday with Friends. How are you today? We had a guest planned for today. Unfortunately, life happens, and unfortunately, she wasn't able to make it. So it's just Jennifer and I today. So it'll probably be short and sweet. We'll just kind of chat it up. Good morning, Jennifer.
Good
Oh my
morning, Jennifer.
goodness. How are you, Jennifer? I guess there's two Jennifers now. Wait a minute. I'm going to have to specify. How are you both? How are you both doing?
Great. Today's actually my birthday, so
Happy birthday. That's
thank
exciting.
you.
What do you got planned?
Probably nothing. Laundry.
Funny Samantha's
Actually, on the way home last night, Felix and I stopped at out at one of the Lefties Cafe out here in Byzantin, and I picked up a piece of sticky toffee pudding. So that's my cake today.
I love it. So Samantha's birthday was yesterday. I still can't believe my daughter just turned 19. Like my oldest is 19. Holy
Well, I top you. Mine's 27.
I know, and like my bonus daughter, my stepdaughter, she's 24, but like to have my own turn 20, I'm like, where did
Right?
it go? Anyway,
It
so she
takes
turned,
life to a new level.
yeah, so she turned 19 yesterday, and she had to work though. She had to work all day, and she had to work the closing shift, so we didn't really get to do anything. So today we were surprising her. Her boyfriend's going to show up today to pick her up from work, and then she's going to come home, and there's going to be a cake, and we're going to have balloons and stuff, and we're going to do, thank goodness this weather is so nice, we're going to do
It's
a fire
beautiful.
tonight. Yeah,
Nice.
so we're going to do a fire and do sparklers and the glow sticks, and
That's
it's going to
awesome.
be fun. And if we can, we're going to hang some Christmas lights out there maybe and create some ambiance. Hi,
Thank you,
Joe.
Jennifer. Oh, and then there's my hubby. Thanks,
No,
babe.
wishing you happy birthday from afar. Jennifer, my oldest are 30, so I taught both of you. If it's a
Yeah,
competition.
you do top us. There you go, Jen.
Oh my goodness. So how was your week?
My week was actually, it went by really fast, but that also is because I had my grandson for 2 days, so that's
Yeah.
always a busy time.
So, and I see you got
But
your
yeah,
new,
he's fun.
you got your new decal on your window. That's really exciting.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a Christmas gift that I gave myself because I wanted to get it done. I wanted to change it, but I was kind of waiting and I was getting bored of the other one. But now I was like, it's so pretty. I love it.
Yeah. So
It
now,
is really pretty. It's
now you get your free advertising, hit up your warm markets.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I've been actually redesigning my business cards and stuff like that. Hi, Liam.
At least you had
Bye,
a shirt
Liam.
on this time, right? Last time he popped in, you guys, he didn't have a shirt on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting. I've wanted to do that with my car, but my kids are still. Bye. See you later. Love you.
Yep.
Okay. Goodness, my kids are still learning to drive, and when they go to get their license, you cannot have any obstruction on the back window.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of torn because I really, really want one on my window representing, our online business, but at the same time, then they can't get their license.
Yeah. True.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see.
Oh, soon enough, Samantha will get it, and then you'll be good.
Yeah, one day. Until then, we've got business cards, right? Just throw them
Well,
around.
yeah, exactly. Joel said, "Why don't you get it like put decals on the side of the car?" I was like, "No, I think I'll just stick with the back window."
They're so small on the side of the car.
I
Oh my
know.
goodness. Wow. Did you have lots of meetings this week?
I had a couple, yeah. I
Yeah.
had a couple, so that was fun. The one actually, because I had my grandson here, so the one normally is about an hour, and it lasted about 2 hours because she was very patient with me, and he was helping me. He was sitting in the chair beside me on the table there, and he was playing Play-Doh, and I was helping her. We were actually going over some things in Canva and stuff like that, so it was a lot of fun. So I
Yeah.
was doing some design work with her, and he was doing some design work beside me, and then I had Felix on the other side. So it
You
was
had
fun.
your little assistants helping you out for the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Aw.
Yeah, it was fun.
I got my
And then
girls into.
Felix had his. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead.
No, Felix had his guitar lessons and then his classes that he goes to 2 days a week there. So he's really enjoying that
Nice.
enjoying that. So yeah,
Good. I got my girls into Canva. So for those of you out there who are working online, and even those of you who aren't, a really wonderful resource online for creating graphics and doing fun things with your photos and stuff is canva.com. So that's canva.com. And I use it for almost like I just use it everywhere in my life now. And I got the
yeah,
girls on it. So we've started building an Etsy shop because a friend of mine is doing it and she's finding she's getting a lot of extra money coming in. And I'm like, gosh, like I pay for the stuff that I could be making myself. Like that's crazy.
yep,
And
yep,
the girls are just totally into designing things and making their own things. So they have spent like all week creating like their own bingo cards and chore
yep.
charts and different things to put on Etsy.
That's so cool.
And they've
That's
been
really
learning,
cool.
yeah, so they've been learning Canva and they've sat here for hours on the computer just designing things, like coming up with their own. It's so fun to watch their creativity flow.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I said to them, I said, now you can start doing our graphic designs for our business. And they were like,
yeah.
no, you don't pay me for that. I'm like, I pay you.
you,
Love and
you get
hugs.
fed. You
Yeah,
have a roof over your head.
right.
You have clothes on your back.
Yeah, I know. Elizabeth today, she's like, can I go to Walmart? I'm like, I don't know. Can you create a graphic post for our page? Where's the compromise? Where's the compromise here?
Right.
Oh my, but I have a cute little story from the other day. So I don't know, for those of you out there who follow my page, I was playing hide and seek with my kids this week, except they didn't know it.
So your post.
Yeah. Everybody was kind of so quiet. And, Luke's the one I got to hide from, the little 1-year-old. So everybody was so quiet. And I was like, I'm going to go hide. And so I hid in their like little pop-up tent that Luke got for Christmas. And I thought I was going to get caught because Colby walked right beside me. And like, I'm looking up and he's like looking down, like towards the tent. And he still didn't see
Yep.
me from the top. I'm like, okay, so whatever. But the cat kept coming in and out too. So Colby was trying to look everywhere in the room that I was in, but he didn't look in the tent. And the cat kept coming in and out, but nobody clued in, luckily. So for 45 minutes, I was hiding. 45
That's
minutes.
awesome.
And the only reason I came out of hiding was because I laughed so hard. So Colby and Finley were having a conversation. They were all still trying to find me. Colby's like, look outside. Is her car here? So Colby looks outside. Yeah, Mom's car's still here. And then Finley comes around. He's like, what about Dad's truck? Colby's like, no, Dad's truck is gone. And then Colby goes, well, maybe they went on a date. And Finley's like, what's a date? And Colby was like, I don't know. I don't know what they do. It's just something adults do sometimes. And then Finley comes over and Finley's like, don't they have enough of us? I was like,
That's priceless.
I couldn't stop laughing, and I swear I peed my pants. And I was just busting a gut in the tent. So they found me after 45 minutes because they had this little discussion about adults and going on dates and what's a date. And I just couldn't help myself. I started laughing. So for 45 minutes, I was hiding, and I was like, it was fun. It was really fun. We did this another time, and I hid, and then they came and found me one at a time, and then I would and like we would hide, I would get them each to hide with me until there was like one left, right? And then it was lots of fun. But yeah, Finley is going to be 6, Jennifer. Clearly, he's smarter than we give him credit for sometimes. I don't know. I don't know where the conversation came from. I don't know anything. But, yeah. So apparently, a date is just something we do sometimes. And if you have 6 kids, you have enough, and you're not allowed to date anymore. That's what I like.
That's why you got away from that conversation.
That's what I'm gonna
That was your takeaway.
It was so funny. It just, kids say the darndest things, and it's just so
Right.
fun when they're so candid. I don't know. Sometimes I wish I could put a muffler on them, but there's other times I'm just like, oh my gosh, say it again.
Felix this week, actually, a couple of times, we were driving home on Tuesday, and they have a thing on the radio station where you can call in and you can guess like the answer to the trivia question or whatever. So we're driving along. Next thing I know, he's on my phone calling the radio station. And I was like, what are you doing? He's like, well, I have a guess. And then so it was busy a couple of times. Then all of a sudden the guy's like, hi, what's your guess? And Felix is like,
oh my God, they answered.
He was kind of like shocked. And then he's like, a phone? And then the guy's like, wrong answer, click. And then about 5 minutes later, we heard Felix on the radio. So it was really cool.
Aww.
But the question was, what is the most common thing that college students have in their dorm? And the answer was energy drinks, but he guessed a phone. So it was cool. And then the next day we were driving to guitar lessons, and he's listening to the radio again, and then calls to request a song. So he requested Wagon Wheel by Darius Rucker. I was like, what are you doing? I'm calling the radio station again. I was like, oh, this is going to be like a daily thing when we go to town.
Yeah. You know what? You should get him in on those contests. You need to plan his activities around the contests. Yeah. Win like the $250 grocery card or the trip to Florida or whatever. You need to get, if they answer his phone calls. My issue is I can never get in on those places. Yeah. I always get the busy tone. My cat just came through the closet. Hi. Yeah, hi Lily. She's gonna have babies, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we have 4 cats for those of you out there. 6 kids wasn't enough, so we have 4 cats. And my mom brought us 2 cats, and it was under the agreement that they would both be female. One was not. And so just before Christmas, that one matured a little faster than we had expected. He's getting fixed next month. And no matter what we did to keep them apart, we just missed the boat. So, so we are going to have kittens. Natalie, our Hazel passed away in October, actually. And so we don't have our Hazel anymore. But yeah, so we still have the 4 cats. We don't have a guinea pig anymore. Our family's shrinking, and now it's growing again. But I'm not keeping the kittens.
Last summer, I was over at Charlene's house, and the kids were playing outside. And the next thing you know, the guinea pig is like roaming around in the backyard with us. I was like, what is that?
She had such a good life. The summers were hers in the yard. She just got the entire run of the yard. We took her out. And it was great because Hazel didn't bug her at all. So the first time, actually, when we first got the 2 guinea pigs, we had Hazel. And we took them outside and we put their cage out there, and they got to kind of roam around in their cage in the grass. And I came in and I told the kids, I said, don't leave the guinea pigs out here alone with the dog, because who knows what's going to happen. And they forgot the guinea pigs out there and then came in the house. And so I heard squealing. Well, Hazel, this is the first time she had ever really been left alone with them. got at their cage and like tipped it over and started chasing them around. And one of them had a heart attack, unfortunately. But Jingles made it. Like she hid under the shed for 3 days. We had lettuce out there. We had little trails of vegetables. We were trying to get her. And yeah, dessert for Hazel. Hey, oh my gosh. But you know what? We've had Jingles. I think she was 4 or 5 years old, and Hazel was 5. And yeah, we could just leave them both out in the yard, and Hazel wouldn't bug Jingles, and Jingles roamed around, and she ate, and yeah, she just did her thing. And so every now and then we'd go out there, and you'd see a little guinea pig running across the yard, and it was really fun though. It always shocked people. Every time somebody came over, they're like, do you have a guinea pig in your yard? I'm like, yeah, we do.
It's a free range.
Yeah, you've got free range chickens. I have a free range guinea pig. Difference. So yeah, and then we would bring her in, obviously, when it got cold and during the winter. But yeah, so much excitement all the time, you know.
Yeah. Well, you never know what you're going to get when you have animals or children or spouses or.
I mean, you've had free range bears, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, have you had any bears this year?
Well, just in the summertime there, we had the one was in our yard for 3 days in a row, and it was entertaining for the first day, but it had to go by the third day because it was sitting there licking its lips at us. So it was not. It was. He wasn't scared of us. So yeah, but no, out here there was quite a few bears this year. Every time we would go out to the garden, there would be people driving by, and they'd be like, "Oh, there's a bear up the road. Oh, there's a bear up the road." The one day right across the road, there's like a lease, big open area there, and there was, I'm pretty sure, 5 or 6 of them in there, just right across the road from our house. I was like, yeah, a little too close to home for me. And then we have like a little 3-pound Yorkie that thinks he's like, you know, the biggest dog around. So he, and he smells. He's a terrier, of course. So his nose gets the best of him half the time, and he's trying to run after the animals in the yard. He actually chased a moose out of our yard the one day.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
yappy little thing, eh?
He's actually only yappy when he goes outside and he can like smell, or if somebody knocks on the door. Other than that, he's actually quite quiet. Nice. Or if he wants to play and nobody's paying attention to him, of course, he wants to get people's attention. But he's actually pretty good. But he definitely has an attitude, that's for sure.
Yeah, small dog syndrome. Is that what they call it?
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. They're so fun though. They make it fun. Hey, Lily.
Yeah. Hey. My daughter's been doggy sitting him when we've been going out of town and going away. And so now her and they have a cat, and they've become best friends. So when we picked, he was at their place for a little over a week, and when I picked him up, he was just lost without the cat. And then Kim's like, my daughter says, the cat was just lost without him, didn't know what to do, slept on the couch like all day. Was missing they were missing each other. It was really cute. So I was like, well, I'll have to bring him over for play dates.
Isn't it nice that you know, when you work from home, you don't have to worry about your pets? You know, people always talk about their kids and daycares and stuff like that. But oh my gosh, I know so many people who have to run home and let the dogs out and run home again and let the dogs out. And it's like, I don't know.
Well, we live 40 minutes out of town. So if I had to work in the city, I would not be running home to let the dog out.
Just pee in the house.
He's actually really good. Like yesterday, I was gone for at least, 8 hours, 9 hours. And he doesn't mess in the house very often. He's pretty good. But he definitely is ready to go outside when we walk through the door for sure.
Yeah.
Wow. But that's one of the things that I really enjoy about working from home is not just the animals, but I mean the flexibility of everything, right? And being able to, now that we're homeschooling Felix and stuff, we're able to like just take our business with us, like,
Yeah.
and connect. I can be in town and I could still be working, or I can be, I mean, our business runs 24/7. So even when we're sleeping, our business is still running. So we don't have to worry about that, right?
I
The
know.
power and beauty of automation.
If only the house was as automated, like if
Right?
I let a couple of days go in my business, that's okay. Things still go. But if I let a couple of days go in my house,
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh.
Oh, I had been letting my house cleaning get the best of me for a little bit there. And so Joel had left, and I texted him, and he's like, I was like, our bunnies had bunnies. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, the dust bunnies had dust bunnies.
Yeah, they're multiplying. I don't know how this happens, but
I was like, they're everywhere.
oh,
It
that's
was actually really bad.
yeah. I know. I've let the house go the last couple of days here, as we've been doing things with our business and with the
Yeah.
girls in the Etsy shop they're really excited about. So we've kind of let it go.
Yeah.
So today I'm like, I'm going to clean everything up. I'm going to get everything done. I'm going to go through every room. I'm going to and then all weekend I'm going to stay in my pajamas. I'm not going to get out of them. Yeah. I don't think I'll get out of my pajamas. Does anybody else like to stay in their pajamas on the weekend? I love it.
That's actually one of the things that I had to really work on, because I could live in my pajamas. But
Yeah.
I had to really like consciously wake up and get myself ready for the day, because before, like, I could go days without, like, I mean, of course I'd shower and get myself ready, but
Throw the same pair of pajamas back on.
but yeah, like it I don't know, I could live in my pajamas. They're so comfortable. So I had to actually, that was one of the biggest things when I started working from home, was to train myself to like get myself ready for the day.
I find so on day like today, on our Fridays, I get up early so that I can be ready. I have a morning routine. I get up, I do any dishes that are in the sink. I pick up the
Yeah.
toys quickly and I switch laundry. Um, I always tell myself that I'm going to get up early next week.
Yeah.
On Monday, I'm going to start. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to get so much done. And then Luke doesn't sleep through the night. So I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
On Fridays, I get up and like today, I got up, I showered, I've done dishes, I've done the laundry, picked things up,
Yeah.
made coffee, like got this ready, and I'm ready for the day. It makes such a difference, but
Yeah.
I still am not motivated enough to do it when Luke doesn't sleep.
Yeah. I'm a morning person, and I'm a morning person and a nighttime person. So I'm my most productive early in the morning, and then later at night.
Yeah.
Throughout the day, I squirrel a lot. So if I'm working on something and all of a sudden my mind's like, "Oh, you need to go do this," then I'm just gone.
Yeah.
And so I can focus more in the morning and then in the evening. So
Yeah.
then I just base my days around that. Like,
Yeah.
and it works out better anyways, because then Felix is still sleeping, or
Yeah.
he's in bed again in the evening. So I can, those are my most productive times when I work on my business, is in the morning and the evening. And then throughout the day, I can just respond to anybody that's inquiring with questions and stuff like that and keep up with that. But
Yeah.
as for like really working on things, it doesn't really transpire.
I have been making a point of getting dressed lately today, or to Jennifer. Um, I love my pajamas. But now Samantha works full time, and seriously, Lily, oh my goodness. See, nothing is like, it's always exciting on our Go Lives. I have been making a point of getting dressed, and it does make a difference. And the other thing I've been trying to do, I've heard so many times over so many years, she's going to go on my shoulder now. Ow, she's playing with my hair. To make your bed in the morning.
Yep.
And it's crazy how little of a difference that makes. Just
Oh,
to
it's huge.
make your bed. And I bought a new shelf last night, so I'm going to put that up and then get my clothes and stuff more organized. And it feels really good to get things organized and declutter and try to keep even just the smallest things. Like it's like an accomplishment that I got dressed. It's an accomplishment that I made my bed. It's like, wow, okay, I finished something today.
Yeah. It's true though. It really, people take that kind of stuff for granted, and then it's when it becomes a habit and you like, really just minimalize things, you know what I mean? It's so much simpler.
Yeah. Emma's still not sleeping through the night. It's a true struggle. I know. Luke is going on 18 months, and if he sleeps through the night, I'm checking his breathing because that's how often it happens.
Yeah.
So, and even last night he was up tossing and turning again all night. I co-sleep though. I know Emma's a little older, but I co-sleep with Luke still, and that's not going to change until he sleeps through the night because there's just no way I can function. It's hard.
Yeah.
Why? I could slip him some Gravol, but that wouldn't be good. Yeah. I don't know. You still co-sleep too? Yeah. It's just easier, right? Sometimes it's just easier. I don't kick my kids out of the bed. I really don't. If they want to come in and sleep. Finley's turning 6 and he'll come in and want to sleep. And I'm like, get in.
Yeah.
Let's snuggle. They're not gonna be sleeping with you when they go off to college. They're gonna be toilet trained when they go to college. They're not gonna have a sucky when they go to college. So like enjoy these times now because Samantha is 19. So I mean they're going to be in college very soon. It's like a blink you miss it,
Yeah.
That's who Jennifer. Well, hopefully when they go to college, they are well trained. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just really grateful to be home with them and to be to have this time. I look back to Samantha. So she was born when I was pregnant with her. We had a virus and we almost lost her. And so when she was born, there was a lot of, maybes and could haves and what ifs. And we got really lucky because she was just hearing impaired. And now she's completely deaf and she has cochlear implants. But she could have been blind. She could have had so many other health issues. And but our life was so busy when she was little. She had appointments after appointments, and then she had surgeries. And then, when Liam came on, I was working and taking her to appointments in school. And I'm just so grateful that now, like when Finley or Luke says his first word, I'm doing nothing else, but I'm home with the kids and I'm going to remember what the first word is. If you ask me what Samantha's first word was, I couldn't tell you. Because life was so crazy and we had no time to slow down.
Yeah.
And I'm really super grateful that our last child, I'm actually going to get to slow down and be a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's full circle.
Yeah, it's really, I don't know. Working online has changed our life in so many ways.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Yeah.
Good morning, Karen.
So when I don't get to sleep, it's nice because I don't actually have to get up and go to work.
Right.
So that's nice. Hi, Karen. Good morning. We had a guest planned for today. Unfortunately, she was unable to make it. So Jennifer and I have just kind of been having a conversation. And it's funny because we'll probably get off of here and talk for another hour. We always Yeah. It's kind of nice though. This is Fridays is when we catch up on our week. And I like that we have that connection, and we gained that connection through this business. I couldn't imagine my life without you in it, and Karen and Jennifer and everybody that's kind of tuning in. But I never probably would have met you otherwise, which just baffles me because we have so much in common.
Yeah, I know.
Like, where would we have crossed paths? Nowhere.
No, I think about that actually too sometimes, and I'm like, I would have we do have a lot in common, but we have completely different circles. So we wouldn't have connected. I mean, unless we ran into each other at the petting zoo or something.
Yeah, right. And then it literally would have been like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's meant to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
I always look back on our life and every circumstance we've been through, every challenge, it's always been there for a reason. And everything has led us to the moment that I clicked on the link to the webinar. Wade and Karen wouldn't, so they were my warm market. I knew Karen. They wouldn't give me any information. They were very like, oh, click the webinar. So I did. And here we are. We're going
Yeah.
on 3 years later. And you are like almost 4 years.
Yeah, next month.
That's crazy.
And it's literally changed our lives too. I don't know. I can scream through from the rooftop about how amazing it is and how life-changing it is. And people will never understand until they actually step foot into it. And even just check out the webinar. I mean, really, it's 90 minutes of your time. You're going to sit there and watch Yellowstone for an hour, or you want to watch a webinar that could change your life?
There's no more
I
new
mean,
episodes.
Yellowstone you can watch right after.
There's no more new episodes. So you can go watch the webinar now, people.
I see so many people is like, I need a new show. I need a new show to watch. I'm like, here, watch this webinar.
Oh my gosh, I'm rewatching so many shows because I've run out of things to watch. Work from home life, right? Like you sit there and you do your business and you watch Netflix, or like, you create and post and you're watching Netflix and
Yeah.
yeah. So and I have shows with each of my kids and then a show with Shane whenever he has time. Yes, Yellowstone is really great. But I have like
Yellowstone is great. I have to agree.
I start watching a show in this house and then somebody else gets interested in it and then I can't go further without watching it with them. And then I start another show and then somebody else in this house gets interested and then I can't go further in that one until they're home to watch it with me. So I have like so many different shows on the go that I just can't watch because somebody will get mad at me. And all of the shows that I want to watch, for me, I can't because, there's kids in the house. Have you ever seen Outlander? Oh my gosh, I love that one. Outlander's a good one.
My husband and I, we have shows that we watch together too, but he has to be home long enough to watch them with me. He's just out there living his best life right now.
Wow. Still in Manitoba. They went and skidooing and flew his motor.
Well, it's been like a 3-week vacation for him over there and then back here and then back over there. And yeah, he's just, when, I don't know, it's always things that he dreamed about doing and having the time to do it. And he was in the trucking industry for over 20 years and it consumed a lot of his time away from home from us as a family, but it also limited him from what he really could do. When you have a schedule, but then dispatch is like, oh, you got to go. Lots of times we didn't even get to do stuff that we had planned. So now he's just doing, we do so much stuff, but right now he's enjoying some sledding and stuff like that. And it's good. I'm very happy for him. I'm really happy for him.
Wow. Is it nicer over there than it is here?
In a sense of like what?
Like weather-wise, was he able to get out more than here? Because it was so
the temperatures were pretty much like here too. It was pretty cold there too, and blizzarding.
I've heard 1883 is awesome, and I had it on my list, but I can't watch it because I don't have like TV. I'm not paying that much for TV. We never watch it. And whenever we do have TV, we go right to Netflix anyway. So,
yeah, exactly.
And so we don't have the subscription for the one that 1883 is on, but I think it's a preempt to Yellowstone, if I'm correct. Karen, correct me because I might be wrong. But apparently it's really good. And I've heard a lot of people raving about it. So start 1883. Yeah, Paramount. I don't have a subscription to that one. Oh, well, my goodness. I don't know. We had a training site committee meeting the other day, and one of the ladies in our training site committee, she referred to our business as a 5-year plan. I was like, that is so true. Like, I mean, I can, like you, shout from the rooftops how much this has changed our lives and stuff, but there's still so much more for me to do
Yeah.
to get where I ideally want to be,
Yeah.
which is fine because it's nothing that's, it's no skin off my back. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. But
Yeah.
I came into this with like the idea that even if it took me 10 years, I am still in the same position if I don't, that I will be in 30 years.
Yeah.
And, if I start now and it takes me 10, I'm way better off.
Yeah.
And so to have it described as a 5-year plan is completely true. People come in and think I'm working online, my life is going to change tomorrow.
Yeah.
No,
No.
it's not going to change tomorrow, but it will in a sense, because when you sign into our community and when you become a business owner, your life changes in the sense that you have this amazing circle of support around you.
Yeah.
No matter what goes on in your life, you have this positive structure of people behind you that are cheering you on and here for you.
Yeah.
So in that regard, your life changes instantly. But setting out your goals and crushing your goals, that takes time. It takes dedication. And it takes work, but it's a different kind of a work. And we are very much, we've had discussions recently about active versus passive income. And in the beginning of your business, it is an active income. You work to earn it. And there's certain things that you need to put in place to do so. But at some point, you reach that passive income. And it's a lot sooner than if you're working for 30 years and you don't have a retirement savings plan.
Yeah.
That retirement is your passive income when you're 65, and it's still not enough to live on and do everything that you always wanted to do.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Where we had the option. Yeah, I know. And, I worked an assistant manager job and I had a pension, but it definitely wasn't what I wanted to do for 30 years.
Yeah.
So how long would I have had that pension? How much money would I have had in it? Not very much after 30 years. Well, because I wouldn't have been there for 30 years. I wouldn't have stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. Well, I guess, we were only going to stay on for a little bit of time. It's just you and me, and we were like, and then we just kind of started talking and everybody was on. It's so exciting. I think every Friday we get more and more people. It's so fun.
we should change our Friday with friends to chatty moms, chatty mamas.
Oh my goodness! Next week, I'm really excited. We have Cherie. Cherie is coming on with us next week, and she is a stay-at-home mom. She's from Australia, and her husband is a police officer, and she runs an online business and works online through all her craziness and chaos. And I'm really excited for her to come on and share her story. So hopefully she can make it. We will again double check with her. But and today I think we will reschedule Melanie because she's amazing. She plays such a huge role in our community. Every single year, and you guys have heard Jennifer talk about the Calgary meetups, and that's the one that Melanie plans, and so she is just she plays such a big role, so it'll be really great to have her on. So
she's pretty amazing.
Yes, Cherie is so fun. I love her. She actually interviewed me on her page one time, and we had a lot of fun. So I'm excited to get her on. So Well, I guess that's it. We should let you get on to cleaning up your house bunnies. Hey, your dust bunnies.
Oh no, I already did that the other day.
Oh, you can come do my dust bunnies. Mine might hold.
Today I'm probably going to do nothing.
Yeah.
The rest of it can wait till tomorrow.
I am going to do everything today so that tomorrow and Sunday I can do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And we've got to go out because, there's like freaking 3 feet of snow in the yard. So we have to go out and shovel all of the snow from around the fire pit, make a path. So we're actually going to have a pretty busy day, but it'll be nice to do a fire in the winter. Yeah. Hopefully this weather sticks around for a little bit. I like it.
Well, I like the weather. I just don't like the rain at nighttime because it makes everything so slippery.
Yeah. Yeah. The freezing rain and stuff. It's pretty nasty. And the melting snow in the sidewalks.
Yeah. Welcome to Northern Alberta.
I know. I would love to move somewhere warmer, but the options are kind of like either you live up here where we deal with the cold for 6 months, or you go somewhere, and I saw one of those memes with those like really big spiders, or like you get the deadly spiders, in the warmer climates.
Yeah.
And I don't like spiders, so I think I'm okay here. I'll shovel snow. I'll get a bobcat to do it for me, but
You also have 6 kids that can help.
I got slaves to utilize for the next few years. Luke's only 1, so I got 17 years of
Snow shoveling.
Well,
Awesome.
thank you everyone for joining in and
Yes.
chatting with us today. And we hope you have a fabulous weekend and stay warm and stay safe. If you are here in the Grand Prairie area, get out and enjoy the weather while you can, because we don't know when this is going to disappear.
Okay.
All right. Have a good weekend, you guys.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Happy Friday.